Hello and welcome to Birdeye Live, the show dedicated to the digital transformation of local businesses everywhere. I am your host, Justin Meredith, and join me as we learn from industry experts about the how and the why for taking your business online and claiming the most valuable real estate on the internet, that first page of Google. If you're tuning in live, please feel free to say hello in the chat. We would love to hear from you. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We've got a awesome episode planned for you guys today. We're going to dive into some really cool stuff. First, we're going to talk about the next installment of our AI success series, which will be next Thursday. And in that discussion, we're going to talk about how you can leverage AI for local business success. Then we are going to get an exclusive look into some of the recent massive updates from the Birdeye side, and you definitely don't want to miss that. And to help us unpack all of this, we are joined by one of my favorite recurring guests, Abhishek Iyer. Abhishek is the senior product marketing manager for us here at Birdeye, and he's going to give us insights into all of the Birdeye's latest and greatest updates in our releases. And he's also going to be joining the webinar next Thursday for an even deeper look into what has been going on the inside of Birdeye. Welcome, Abhishek. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for coming on.
No, doing great, Justin. Always a pleasure to be a part of these.
I know. I think you might be our most frequent recurring guest, and I love it that way. It's always a blast whenever we're able to have you on. You always seem to show us something super cool. So I'm excited to see what you've got for us today. But as I was saying, you and I are going to be teaming up next week along with the director of marketing of McKinley Companies, Ariel Wan, to talk about how to leverage AI for business success. And when it comes to leveraging AI, we are going to talk about all kinds of different use cases and areas of a local business and where you can use AI to help essentially do more with less and being able to get more done, whether that's creating content or managing your online reputation and generating reviews, or if you're a multi-location business and you've got locations spread out all over the country, how do you manage all of those different locations and the online presence so that you can make sure that those locations are always showing up high in Google, they've got great star ratings, and they're receiving glowing reviews, as well as managing the social media and I'm sure a ton of other stuff. And so we're going to talk about how you can do that. And we're going to talk about all the different strategies that go into that. So it's going to be a great discussion. So if you haven't had a chance to register, be sure to click the link in the caption. And it's also in the description if you're watching right now on YouTube. Be sure to save your spot for that. And if you can't make it to the live discussion next Thursday, don't sweat it, because even if you do register, you will receive a link to the recording. So it's free to sign up as well. So don't feel like there's going to be any sort of payment. If you just sign up and put in your name, then you will get a link to the recording if you can't make it live. Now, in addition to that, Abhishek, you are going to be there and you're going to be giving us an in-depth look into what the latest updates from Birdeye are looking like. But for the folks who are tuning in right now and maybe who aren't able to make the webinar, can you give us a hint as to what some of that stuff is?
Well, absolutely. And let's talk a bit about AI. So one of the big benefits that businesses can get from AI is real-time insights. And if you remember, a couple of months back, we launched Birdeye, which was arguably the biggest upgrade to the Birdeye platform that we have made in quite some time. And we are just continuing that direction that we took with AI. And this time around, we are using it to give businesses all the data and all the insights that they need to make informed decisions. So what we have done is we are leveraging AI to upgrade Birdeye's entire reporting suite. The new and improved Birdeye reports have been crafted specifically for multi-location businesses in mind. So anyone watching this, who's a part of a multi-location business, I think it'll be really relevant for them. With Birdeye reports specifically, multi-location businesses can get granular insights from across their customer journey, from search to sold to even beyond. So all the different products that Birdeye has, you can get in-depth reporting on each of them. Not only that, you also get the ability to easily digest and analyze all of this data with rich and intuitive visualizations. You can dig deep into the customer feedback. We have a bunch of filtering and comparison options that will be a dream for anyone who's data savvy, or loves to just dive deep into numbers. And last but certainly not the least, and this is possibly my most favorite feature of all, is a state of the art drag and drop dashboard builder, which lets you stay on top of your top metrics. So if you want to just focus on 4 or 5 metrics that matter to your business, you can do that easily by building a dashboard that is, relevant to your unique needs.
Wow, that's awesome. And the part that really gets me excited are those last 2 points where you're talking about how you can use filters to help with the comparison options and figuring out those different combinations and stuff, as well as just the customization of the drag and drop dashboard. In my experience as a marketer, when it comes to breaking down data and trying to analyze what's going on, customization is by far one of the biggest like helpers when it comes to processing that data and being able to set different filters so you can understand context around different things. So, being able to understand like, okay, we have, let's say 100 reviews across all of our locations, but what about the ones that are in the southern states? Or what about the ones that are on the East Coast? And being able to customize your reporting so that you can really get much more contextualized data can be a huge game changer, because if you can't do that, then sometimes it could be a little hard to even trust the data that you're seeing, because there could be outliers, there could be biases. And so being able to have that customization, it can be a huge advantage. Now, when you also mentioned the visualizations and things like that, so would you be able to give us a sneak peek of what that would actually look like?
Okay, can you promise me that people will still come for the webinar after seeing the demo today?
I will. I promise to be there, and I think everybody here tuning in does too. I think we're good. Let us know. Awesome. Well, would you like to share your screen and so we can
Absolutely.
maybe see
Let's
some?
jump right into it. So there are a bunch of capabilities that we have launched, but for the purpose of this particular session, let's just look at the DIY dashboard builder that I spoke to you about, right? So this is how the new reporting infra looks like. Again, there are a ton of features. I would love to go deep into each one of them, and each one of them is going to take at least an hour if you let me, but let me just focus on dashboards, right? So like I mentioned, imagine you are an online reputation manager, and you want to focus on, just 4 or 5 different things. So like Justin mentioned, maybe you are bothered about reviews and ratings, and even there, maybe you're bothered about just say a couple of sources or a couple of locations, for example. You want to look at your listings performance. You want to see how those listings are doing. Are businesses getting any incoming messages from all of those listings? How are your employees doing, for example? So there might be like 4 or 5 different things that you want to stay on top of. If you like, you can always go into individual reports and look at them, and go into individual tabs, say reviews, listings, inbox. That option is there, but again, that's not the modern way. It's pretty cumbersome. So what we have done is we have given you the ability to build your own custom dashboard to look at the metrics that matter to you the most. So let me build it on the fly for you. Let me call it Birdeye live dashboard. Why not? Let me add my first report. So you can simply choose the product, the report group that you want. Say, for example, I want to track reviews and ratings over time. Within that, I want to track reviews and ratings over time. I can choose that sort of visualization that I want. Again, pretty neat. So, okay, I'm someone who prefers bar chart. What I can also do is I can go to filter and compare. And like I mentioned, uh, I can change the display type, say monthly, quarterly, yearly, whatever I want. Let's keep it at monthly. I can filter by locations, time period, review sites. So for example, let me just look at Google, for example, right? I can do that. I can filter the ratings that I want. So again, no rating reviews don't mean anything to me. So let me get rid of them. And what I can also do is I can compare this data either across date range or location. So I want to see how I am doing compared to the same time period last year, right? So let me do that. So it automatically, so I've set past 12 months. It automatically takes the preceding 12 months as the compare range. I also have the, comparisons appear here on the graph. And all I can do is just hit save. and the
Wow.
report is available here. So it shows you that, I mean, my review count has gone down, but at the same time, my average rating has gone up in the 12-month period. Not only
Wow.
that, I can play around with the dashboard the way I want. I can resize it to my liking. I can move it around. I have complete control over how this dashboard looks like. So this is just the first report. Let me quickly add a few more reports. So say, for example, this time around, I want to track my listings performance. Let's see how my Google listings are doing. And for that, let me start by tracking profile impressions, right? Because I want to know all the work that I'm doing on my listings, what it's resulting in terms of profile impressions. This time around, let me choose a line graph. Again, I can apply the same comparison filter options, but I'll not touch it for now. I save it, and I have this report. Let me quickly resize it and move it here next to this beautiful report. Now let me add a couple of more reports. This time around, let me look at inbox. Let me look at messages received over time, maybe, because as a reputation manager, I want to know, like, what is the buzz that, I mean, all that
Mhm.
reputation management and listings management is resulting in. And I think messages received is a good way to track that. Again, let's look at it in a bar chart kind of a manner. Let's hit save. And you can keep adding as many reports as you want, right? It's as simple as that. You can apply global filters as well in addition to all the filters that you have applied here. And yeah, all you do is just hit save, and the dashboard is available here. So every time you log into Birdeye, the data will refresh. You don't have to go into three different products, apply all of these filters. You'll have all of this in this dashboard. And the best part of it all, what I can do is I can also quickly go ahead and share it with other users. So say, for example, I am an online reputation manager. I want to tell my CMO how I am doing on my KPIs for the year. All I can do is, I mean, hit share here, share it with either users, teams, or locations. For this particular example, let me, I mean, just share it with you, Justin, and that's it. It's
Wow.
as easy as that. I think it took me all of 3 minutes to build this dashboard, and I mean, get insights across products, locations, and I mean, time period. So that's how easy it is. That's how powerful it is. Previously, I mean, you would have to download separate location reports, uh, cons- like consolidate
Mhm.
them, download them in an Excel. I mean, run your pivot tables and whatnot. All of that hassle is gone. It's all very easily available within Birdeye dashboards.
Wow. Wow. That's awesome. And is it's just it's crazy to see how easily customizable it is. And because I mean there's other, I use marketing tools as well for whether it's social media or email or anything like that, or even live streams like what we're doing on right now. And when it comes to creating reports, a lot of these tools will offer a custom report, but it's really difficult to actually put together your custom report, or it's kind of difficult to get the customizations or the filters correct. And a
Yep.
lot of times it's maybe just a one-off thing. But just being able to put these together in a dashboard and change the size, and you can filter it by however you want in a very easy to follow way. Like the user interface is super clean. And that's
Absolutely.
that's just awesome.
Yeah. So I know, I think it's a frequent complaint across, I mean, SaaS solutions where, I mean, the solutions might be great, but the reporting capabilities are almost like an afterthought, but not with
Mhm.
Birdeye, right? I mean, we have taken inspiration from the best of the world. I mean, we spoke to so many of our customers, try to understand what are their requirements, what are the data points that they, I mean, need on a regular basis, what are the kind of visualizations that they can benefit from the most.
Mhm.
And there is just a lot of research and a lot of hard work that has gone into building this. So yeah, I'm looking forward to, I mean, hearing our customers and prospects thoughts on this. And I'm looking forward to walking everyone through reports in much more detail on the date of the webinar. So make sure that you join us there, guys.
I'm excited for that too. I think we're going to have a great discussion when we can really dig into this a little bit more, and maybe get more into the nuances of the different types of reporting and the customizations that we can do. I know Ariel, who is going to be joining us for that webinar, she's done a little bit of beta testing for us with this as well. So I'm interested to see her insights. So if you want to tune in and see how this is being used in the real world, definitely be sure to register, because it's going to be a really interesting topic on what metrics are important. What metrics do you find important when it comes to managing your online reputation? When it comes to your customization, I think that'll be something that'll be really interesting as more people adopt this tool, Abhishek, is just to see what metrics people put on their custom dashboards. Like what are most people finding important? I'd be curious to see what those numbers end up looking like. So I'm excited. And with that being said, we are nearing the end of our time, but thank you so much, Abhishek. That was a great demo. The fact that we were able to just do that quickly while live streaming, and you're on the other side of the world, and it went that smoothly, like the loading time, everything. It just, you got the team did a wonderful job with these updates. And so I think that deserves a huge kudos. And on the birthday of ChatGPT AI is today, so it's kind of fitting that we're putting out some of these great upgrades that leverage some of these advanced learning models, and I'm super excited to see kind of where this goes. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you, Abhishek, for showing this and taking the time to show everybody here some of the great things that you guys are doing. Be sure to register for the webinar. And as a reminder, if you're not able to tune in live next week on Thursday, you can still register and you'll still receive a link to the recording. I think probably it'll be the following day. So next Friday, you would get a link to the recording. So if you want to get an in-depth look of that, and we're also going to be talking about all the different strategies that you can use when it comes to leveraging AI to help improve your business and help grow your online reputation, whether that's, helping you rank higher on Google, or just managing data and understanding what that data is telling you and trusting it. And that's a big aspect to it as well. So we're going to dive into all of that next week. So don't miss it. But with that being said, thank you guys so much. We hope you enjoyed today's installment of Birdeye Live, and we will hope to see you guys soon. Don't forget to follow us so you don't miss any of the latest updates. I know that we've been posting some amazing content where it's really just educational stuff, and we're just trying to provide all the content that you guys need to learn how to manage your online reputation in 2023 and 2024, and how you can leverage the latest technology to not only make life easier, but also to help improve your presence. And so we really appreciate you guys tuning in, and we will see you guys next time. Thanks.
Thanks, everyone.
Customer expectations are higher than ever. And for local businesses with limited resources, meeting these new demands to stand out from the competition can be a struggle. Meet Birdeye, our very own AI purpose-built to power digital customer experience. With Birdeye, local businesses of any size can deliver personalized experiences, elevate business outcomes, and better understand their customers without adding resources. Birdeye powers all the Birdeye tools your business already uses, enhancing your entire customer experience with personalized, contextualized, and human-controlled AI. And making the most of it only takes a couple of clicks. You can use Birdeye to rewrite your Google business description for SEO. Effortlessly engage your customers with fully personalized AI-generated review replies and messages. Create attention-grabbing social posts, from text to design, in a click of a button to grow your local presence. Even use AI to summarize your reviews, messages, and survey responses to learn how to improve your customer experience. And you can do it all without needing additional team members or spend. Birdeye gives your team the ability to personalize and elevate every customer interaction, from review responses, messaging, social, and beyond, at scale. Respond to every customer review in a way that's relevant, meaningful, and in the language your customers prefer, with auto-translate. Increase conversion over messaging with contextualized responses that demonstrate a deep understanding of your customers' needs. Birdeye even helps you think ahead. It automatically identifies trends and spots areas of improvement based on vast volumes of customer feedback, helping you dig deep into the true sentiment behind every piece of feedback. Innovative and easy to use, Birdeye powers all the tools to attract, convert, and delight customers behind the Birdeye platform. Birdeye, AI built for local business.